And welcome, folks. It is Thursday, and the week is almost over. And it was a chilly start this morning. I'm going to review that with you. Your low temperatures, as you look at a point somewhere close to where you are, give you an idea of what it might have been at your place. I'll tell you that the typical low is 55 degrees. So you see a lot of 30s there. So we're well below norm now for a change. The record low is 36 in 1943, and that's for the Alexandria Pineville metro area. Now, that 36 that I have here was out at AX, but that 36 record in 1943 was not out there. It was in town at the nearest point would be the Alexandria DG Hunter power plant. Their low this morning was 39. So I'm not going to call it a record for the metro, but it wasn't far away, and it's going to be chilly again for tonight. Let's check out your cam views there. This is Rapides Hospital, or RMC, looking north toward the Curtis Coleman Bridge. Look at the beautiful day there that we've got going, and it is 68 degrees, so quite comfortable. Humidity remains low as well, and then going down into St. Landry, 69, and once again, a beautiful view there. And so we say it's a beautiful day in the country and in the city and wherever you are with these kind of weather patterns. Natchitoches, you're 67, and likewise got the beautiful view up there. Now, the weather pattern, let's take a look out west. This is a weather headline, a big trough coming down into the United States there. This trough, of course, dipping down. Remember, this is a cold, deep bubble of air that we call a trough, dipping down from the north. And that is going to be progressing over toward the east over the next couple of days. Very, very slowly, though, digging some. So this is a major system. It'll kind of cut off there across the Four Corners area by Saturday. And once we get into the temperatures, this is, again, for a change, some of these folks out west have really been suffering across a really protracted, severe summer heat. They're going to appreciate this colder air, but it comes with a price. We come with the snow in that area. Some areas are going to get a foot or two of snow in higher elevations. And I kind of go through all this to show you that the seasons are changing. This is an unmistakable sign, as I've been watching weather for many decades, that the seasons are changing. Once you get these big troughs come into the western United States, starts dumping colder air and snow in the mountains, that is when the seasons are changing. And this front that we had recently, kind of the first indications of that as well, as we saw the lowest temperatures since April 4th this morning. All right, so looking ahead for Cidla, what does this mean? First of all, it means there's going to be a delightful weekend for us, and everybody's asking the question, where's the rain? So we continue to look for it. Satellite and radar, notice the motion here across. So you can see this westerly motion and kind of the big trough kind of just digging in right now across west. Now here's the high pressure that brought us the colder air. This was the fuel behind the front, if you will, the heart of the cold air. It's way stuck up way up in the Ohio Valley there, and you notice it was moving eastward just a little bit. But indications are that the high, of course, will kind of get its act together and give enough push and resistance to this upper level trough that it will stay away from us and just kind of be shunted to the north of us. Many times, it's very common for these troughs that I showed you to come out west. They're progressive. They move east across the United States. It doesn't look like that one's going to happen here. The high pressure ridge will rebuild here across our area, and will keep that active weather and keep the rain out of our forecast there, unfortunately. So Futurecast indicates that by Friday morning, if you got to go back to work and school, well, we've got a beautiful morning for just some high clouds. Friday evening football, no issues. That looks bad there, but that's just some high cloudiness across the area. No rain or storms. You don't have to worry about that. And the weather, the temperature, the feel will be cool and comfortable at that time as well. And Saturday, there's your mid-morning shopping spree like I used to do with my mother. And that will be beautiful weather on Saturday as well. And into Saturday evening, no issues if you got some entertainment planned there. Now, low temperatures in the morning, we'll see a mixture. And by the way, while I talk, you can select an area, a thermometer, close to you. Give you an idea where it might be here for you tonight. But basically, it's going to be a mixture of upper 30s and lower 40s. Central average, I got 40 degrees. Remember, 55 is the minimum for tomorrow morning, so we're way below that. An unseasonably chilly morning for us. 36, maybe the lowest reading. The lowest reading this morning was in Ala at 33 degrees. So 36 is pretty close to that. Probably what I could say is take what you got this morning and probably add about 2 degrees to it, and you'll come close to what you get for tonight. We're still watching the tropical areas. Here's one system out across the Atlantic. Here's a lot of cloudiness in the Caribbean, and some of the volume of convection in clouds is growing there in some, especially right in there where we got some deep convection associated with that particular system. So a 30% chance of development to a tropical depression or stronger is in those two regions there during the next 7 days from the Hurricane Center. So we'll continue to monitor that. One of those systems, the Invest AL94, still running models on that. You can see that there's still some continuity toward Hispaniola and beyond into the Caribbean or across the southeastern part of Cuba. So we'll see if that happens. So again, we're still monitoring a couple of tropical systems out there that have some potential. 7-day forecast back for us. You can take a look at the numbers. The first thing you'll notice is we got a chilly morning and morning. I did that city by city and parish by parish. Notice that we see a warming trend. It's a slow warming trend, but it's steady all the way through next Thursday, both in minimum temperatures and maximum temperatures. Returning to normalcy is what this pattern is all about. That high pressure that I was talking about that initially brought the cold air in and is setting up in the Ohio Valley right now, that's going to keep the western trough away from us and kind of shunt it to the north of us, push its energy to the north of us, and kind of leave us hanging. Will just give us a slow warming trend there, and we'll see that there's no rain associated with that, since that energy from that trough is not going to have really much moisture to work with here and staying to the north of us. So this forecast begs for rain. I know a lot of you are begging for it and wanting it also, but Nick and I, we promise we're looking for it, and eventually, as you know, the weather pattern will change, and one day Nick or I will be on and we'll say, hey, we found some rain, but not this time. All right, thanks for being with me, and hope you have a great